You guys listening, all right, he fabricates everything. He's just trying to get attention, and it's sad, but now I know I can't trust people especially people on the internet, because, you know, if my numbers are good, they're just gonna fabricate and lie and try to use me as a stepping stone. And it's honestly just pathetic, and it really makes me not, you know, I can't trust people.
Extreme wealth and success really brings out the worst in humanity. Nothing turns loving family members into belligerent litigants faster than a check with a few commas on it. With over 200 million subscribers across his English language channels and giving away enough money in islands to start a third world country, MrBeast attracts controversy almost as often as Chandler loses his challenges. Is MrBeast an innocent philanthropist being stabbed in the back by jealous blood-sucking vampires, or is there something else going on here? Let's take a look at some of the enemies of MrBeast together. One of the most bizarre and malnourished enemies of MrBeast is none other than that vegan teacher. She's known for making wild accusations against people like PewDiePie, TommyInnit, and Gordon Ramsay. She's also an excellent farmer, but not of vegetables. She farms dislikes. She is so controversial that the description of her videos includes a section where she tries to debunk past allegations against her. My favorite one is, "My vegan dog Bella is doing just fine." In August of 2021, she made a video titled, "MrBeast, no amount you give to charity can undo the damage you are causing by promoting meat." Before getting into the allegations, she asks the audience to stare into the eyes of a starving, blurry JPEG of a child she found on Google. Then she starts grading MrBeast's video.
These are $16 wings.
Wings belong on chickens and on birds. Don't eat them. Do you believe in stealing? Stealing is wrong. Don't promote violence.
She gets to a point in the video where they order a milkshake and absolutely loses the plot.
In the dairy industry, the males, the bulls, are forced to give their... It's forced into the females. That's... When the babies are born, they are taken away. If they are born as boys, they are murdered. They are turned into veal. If they are girls, they are put back into the cycle of violence.
After watching 1 minute and 28 seconds of a nearly 13-minute video, that vegan teacher failed MrBeast, saying she hadn't heard him say one good thing at all. But luckily for MrBeast, that vegan teacher laid out a plan for him to redeem himself and undo all the damage he had done. All he had to do was become vegan, become an animal rights activist, and publicly announce that he was ashamed of his past videos and wished that he had never done them. Strangely, MrBeast did not respond to this gracious offer of vegan salvation through contrite repentance, and opted to stay in omnivorous hell, eating steak and drinking milkshakes. The comments were eager to remind that vegan teacher of the millions of dollars MrBeast had donated to charity, planting trees and setting up his own food bank, but they were simply ignorant to the fact that eating a taco negates all of that. After receiving over 70,000 dislikes and nearly 500,000 views, that vegan teacher would double down with a video on August 7th and another on August 18th. This one was called MrBeast, no amount of good you do for the world can undo the damage you are causing.
Poutine with cheese on it? No. Cheese comes from milk, which is stolen from mothers after their babies were taken from them. Do you think that kidnapping is okay, MrBeast? Kidnapping babies and stealing from them? Do you think that stealing is okay? Apparently you do.
She spends the rest of the video watching clips of cows getting j***ed off and comparing farming to the Holocaust. My favorite part of this particular video is the top comment, which reads, "He literally planted 20 million trees for you to eat." Which makes me think that this is like some innocent kid who's never met a vegan before and actually believes they just walk up to like an oak tree and take a bite when they're hungry. That vegan teacher made another video about MrBeast near the end of 2022 in which she grades MrBeast's video building Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
2 brand new Feastable bars, milk chocolate, and...
What? What? Milk chocolate! Milk chocolate comes from a cycle of violence!
Unfortunately, MrBeast never talked with that vegan teacher, unlike the next enemy of MrBeast, who used to be good friends with Jimmy before their relationship came apart brick by brick.
MrBeast will never get canceled. He'll never get exposed for anything. He'll never say anything wrong. He won't even say like anything. There's never going to come up.
Seems like the most wholesome guy.
Probably the most,
not even,
most
I don't
aggressive
even
thing
think
he's done is gone on Joe Rogan.
I don't think it's even wholesome. Not to say he's a bad, but I think it's just, I think he's smarter than that. like, yes, he's a good person and everything, but I think he's so calculated. Like, that's why he's wholesome. It's because that's the best route.
Like, he's got this
to be
itch
successful
to be
on
like
YouTube.
he's got this
It's
itch.
not even that he has an itch. It's just like, he's just like, I'm going to be the biggest YouTuber. How do I do it? I be wholesome. I donate money. I give away this. This is how I'm going to be the best It's, in my opinion, it's not like a natural, like, hey, I'm a philanthropist. It's like, this is longevity.
That's the game. He's playing. He's
It's
like
the game.
Back in 2013, MrBeast was already posting videos on YouTube. It's pretty amazing to see someone who now regularly uploads multi-million-dollar game shows, has over 100 employees, and is so influential that people are convinced he's the Antichrist, started out like this. MrBeast was just another young YouTuber trying to get kill streaks and occasionally recording commentary over his gameplay. He made friends with another YouTuber at the time who was also making Call of Duty content called Sneako. Sneako and MrBeast would leave comments on each other's videos, gassing each other up and igniting a little bromance.
Number 2, I have Sneako, and if you've ever seen Sneako's videos, you realize that they're kind of addicting. Once you start watching them, it's kind of hard to stop, but I don't know what it is about him. It's just, he's so straightforward with things, and he's not biased on anything. He'll let you know anything that's on his mind, and I never miss an upload from Sneako. I don't really know how to explain it, but he pretty much uploads videos similar to Eddie the Chump, just they're really well put together and really well thought out. I don't really know how else to explain it, besides just telling you to go watch his videos.
Sneako's channel started to get attention in late 2015 when he dropped the gameplay and replaced it with video of himself and some visuals on screen to illustrate whatever he was talking about. It might not seem like much now, but for the time, the editing was impressive, and this was far more effort than most people were willing to put into this type of content.
In real life, people view me as a kind of wannabe, sometimes annoying, slightly funny boy. And you know, subconsciously I spend a lot of my time perfecting that image. I don't wake up and think, how could I not be a douchebag today? I wake up and think, who could I piss off the most?
MrBeast liked Sneako's editing style too, so much that he offered him a job at MrBeast's headquarters in Greenville, North Carolina in the summer of 2018. They quickly realized there is absolutely nothing to do in Greenville, North Carolina, so they put some giant Legos on top of go-karts and started driving them around town. Before long, Sneako and MrBeast got pulled over by the local police together.
Forget people like robbing and stealing and killing right now. The Lego car is a priority.
Pretty impressive though, right? Yeah.
It's like 100 degrees out here, and cops told us to stop driving on the road. Lego lives matter too. Sneako, what do you think?
Lego lives matter.
I know, right?
What else is there to say?
I need every comment. Lego lives matter too.
Like so many people who meet online and hit it off, the relationship didn't survive long once they started hanging out in person, and Sneako started to feel like he got catfished.
The difference was like doing his videos, and the difference, like when the camera was on and when the camera was off, he'd be like, okay, we're gonna do another take. Okay, okay, let's turn it on. Hey guys, and today we're gonna, oh God, this one, I hate this. And I was just seeing the back of, or like he'll be like there, like chilling on his phone. We'd be setting it up, and then the camera, and then you just see like him come to life, and I'm like, this is like Jimmy Fallon. I don't like this. He was creating a wall by like playing. I just didn't resonate with that, and that upset me.
In some clips, Sneako had said that he got fired, and in other clips, he says that he quit. However it actually happened, he didn't make it through the summer. Sneako went home and immediately made an exposed video on MrBeast.
You made like an exposed video. I never got a chance to watch it, and then I remember you
nobody
took
saw
it down.
it. People talk about it more than, and nobody saw it. It had literally 40 views, and I took it down in like 20 minutes. But I talked about it a lot because I realized about doing anything for attention. Like, I was really upset about getting fired, and I had this like sense of pride, and I always had a lot of belief. Like, I know that I'm the best. Like, I know I'm the shit. Like, I'm the best YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. And then seeing him surpass, it fucked with my head.
A couple years later, Sneako was putting his full effort into YouTube again and had some time to reflect on his falling out with MrBeast.
I started working for MrBeast 2 years ago. It didn't last long because I got caught up with my ego. I was working for a guy that used to be my fan, and this was during a time when I wasn't uploading on YouTube at all. I was in college, I was unhappy, my face was all bloated because I was drinking a 6-pack of American beer every night. Wasn't a good time.
After that summer in 2018, Sneako and MrBeast took two different paths. MrBeast kept making bigger and more dystopian game show videos, and Sneako kept growing his channel up to 1.2 million subscribers and lived happily ever.
What do you think about the Jews? You cannot provide anything other than, that's all you got. You got a mouth, you got, but that's it. You got no logic. You're not really empathetic. You have a lot of feelings. You're definitely emotional, but it's not empathy. That's all you got.
Well, it turns out Sneako got caught up in the commentary channel to self-help guru to Andrew Tate clone to anti-Semitic conspiracy theory bro pipeline.
The end of every conspiracy theory, you go down the rabbit hole, is always Jews. In a video game, they control the media, and in a video game, they control most of the money, and in a video game, they have for centuries and centuries.
Sneako almost immediately regretted starting beef with MrBeast and bounced back temporarily, but the next enemy of MrBeast burnt his bridge with Jimmy and accidentally burnt down the rest of his career in the process. Marcus Pearson joined the MrBeast crew in the summer of 2019, first appearing in a video titled Last to Stop Running wins $20,000. MrBeast's main channel had recently crossed the 20 million subscribers mark, and the cast, crew, and studio were all growing too. For this video, MrBeast had brought in 2 new cast members, Ty and Marcus. Marcus didn't win, but he still got paid.
I thought I was gonna win, but I'll take 1,500.
Hey, all right. Did you have fun getting tortured?
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, I'll take that.
Fans liked Marcus, and apparently MrBeast did too, because in a video in August, he gave him $10,000 for a car. But not before recreating the Office Space printer scene with Marcus's old truck and dropping an 8,000-pound boulder on it. Marcus became a recurring cast member on the MrBeast channel for the rest of the year, and then abruptly and without explanation, completely disappeared from new videos. Fans started wondering what happened to Marcus, but they didn't have to wait long for an update. Marcus went live on Instagram and started talking about MrBeast.
The only conclusion that I can make is that he's broken somewhere else. That's the only conclusion that I can come up with. He has a disconnect. I mean, he has all the connections up here and everywhere else with money. Yes, of course, you can do anything with money. But there's a disconnect somewhere. Next time in the future, maybe you'll listen to your peers. Maybe you won't just brush them off like you did me. Anytime I ask you a little question. I could have did you so dirty, brother. But I thought you was my brother, but you're not. You showed me what's real and what's not, which I feel like he started this pandemic for a reason, so we can wake the fuck up.
There's no official reason published explaining Marcus's departure, but after this bizarre rant on Instagram, a lot of fans started to speculate that Marcus might have been on drugs. After watching that, it doesn't take a big reach to come to that conclusion, but another theory was presented that he might have just been let go because it was the beginning of the pandemic and there was an economic downturn. But according to Marcus, MrBeast caused the pandemic, so who's really to say? Marcus deleted his Instagram and has since made a new one, but he's not very active there. His TikTok was somewhat active up until September of 2020 when he quit posting, probably because all the comments on all of his videos were asking about what happened between him and MrBeast. Marcus tweeted near the end of 2021, "I love Jimmy for who he is. That's my dog before anything." So maybe he really was just going through something when he... Oh, he actually was on drugs, okay. There are 2 more people who used to work with Jimmy who have made allegations against him, plus one journalist who likes to write interesting hit pieces about him that I didn't cover in this video, but you can watch my video Uncancelable MrBeast right here that covers those allegations. And as always, thanks for watching, stay weird internet, see you next time, peace.